Hey, what's wrong, buddy? Did you lose all your money during the crypto crash? Well, let me tell you something that might make you feel better. The crypto market crashes every year. Difference is if you also know how to trade. When this happens, you can make a lot of money every year. You feel better now? Let me wipe these tears for you. So, a highly anticipated video, but not for the reasons shown on the screen. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should trade crypto. I've been telling you why you should be a crypto trader at this stage, but we're going to consolidate all those reasons into one. And I will finally reveal to you my recommended trading platform. I took my time on this one on purpose, and I'm glad I did. But let's not waste too much time here. I don't want this video going long. We believe on this channel that you should be investing in crypto and also trading it. There are so many reasons why. Let's put them all on one slide. There's probably more reasons than this. But for starters, it is where the world is going. It is the future of money. If you remember the video I did on the future of Forex trading, I said that I believe Forex is going to be around for a long time, but there's always reasons why it might not. What are governments going to do? What's the Great Reset going to be like? Is the EU going to stay intact? How much time does fiat currency have left? We don't know. If you want to secure your future for the next 20, 30, 40 years, you need to start migrating some of your time over to crypto. Now, even if you're a little bit older, maybe you don't fully understand crypto, you don't really have to. Do you fully understand the Swiss franc? No. Do you trade it anyway? Of course. With good technical analysis, you can go anywhere, and you can do even better, probably, over in the crypto space. Because we are trend traders, and that's damn near all this market does. It's tremendous. Now, I can think back. I'm shooting this in May 2022. Back in February, March 2022, if I recall correctly, Bitcoin did consolidate and didn't do a whole lot. Now, there's still some good opportunities there, but even if you lost a little bit of money during that consolidation period, you made it back in spades once that thing finally started trending again, because it went down and down hard, and it would have been impossible for you not to make a lot of money. And you can almost set your watch to it. This thing explodes and falls apart every year. Opportunity after opportunity. Apart from the fact that everybody, and I said this ad nauseum, needs to be in more markets. You're like, well, I just want to get the Forex part right and then I'll expand. I don't recommend you do that. I recommend you add on things like metals and oil and indices and crypto, just like you would add on another Forex pair. As we've spoken about before, you may have to do a little bit of tweaking to the algorithm you have on those particular pairs, but it's not hard. It's not a lot of work. If you know how to do one, you can do the rest. And unlike investing, bear markets are amazing. We just talked about it. In Forex, we don't really see bull and bear markets. But while everybody on YouTube and Twitter is boo-hooing about the bear market in crypto we're having right now, go to my Twitter. Go to my YouTube comment section. See how many people are crying. It's very few. Why? Because we're traders. We are actually very happy right now, even though a lot of our investments are going down. There's so many external factors in crypto and stocks that we can't control. And I don't think it's cool having my money on the line with things I cannot control. I can control, to a degree, my charts and the way I approach money management. And I can do this in any market. As No Nonsense Forex Traders, we are never helpless. Now, there's one other reason that I have not touched on, I don't think. And this isn't all the time. Like sometimes if you go short, you're going to earn stablecoin, which I guess is fiat. But you can also not earn fiat. Everything else you trade, your winnings turn into fiat currency, which one, doesn't have the brightest long-term future, two, doesn't really go up a whole lot and goes down and gets worse quite often. Imagine making something that actually had a very bright future and could go up by multiples, especially now that the market's down. It's a great way to save for your future or somebody else's future, because the very thing you're earning actually goes up in value, most likely. And if you get paid in stablecoin, you can easily convert it to the crypto of your choice. There's a lot of people out there that don't have to spend any of their own money investing in cryptocurrencies because they actually earn it by trading. They just do it that way. I don't know how many more of these huge trends you're going to leave on the table. But I got personally sick of it, and I have put in the work to start becoming a crypto trader myself. I'm not all the way there yet. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But while we're here, let's talk about some technical analysis things you may need to know or change. So I have not optimized anything yet. I've just kind of used my Forex algorithm and seen how that works, and it works really well. But if there's anything I can do to improve that in any way, I will not only do it, but I'll make a video about it. I'll let you guys know. I'm so busy at this point. If I was just going to add this on to what I'm already doing, it wouldn't be a problem. But because I'm also a YouTuber and I'm trying to make things optimized, you know how I do it. I am doing a lot of back testing and things like that, and that does suck up a lot of time. So I hope to be good to go by the end of the year. But at least I know that close to the end of the year, maybe soon after, I will be trading crypto as well. Now, if you remember, back, how long ago was it? Year and a half, 2 years maybe? I made a video that I will link down below in the description talking about crypto money management, a really simple, basic thing you can do in your trading to where you can almost just flip a coin and make a ton of money. And a lot of you actually took it and ran with it. Super happy. I'm telling you, in this market, it does not take much. Just some basic common sense that most traders don't have, can take you very far. Now, a lot of you are already trading, but if you're just getting started, you can, like I said, you can just plug in your algorithm and you'll do fine. But you might want to tinker with doing things like not trading with a baseline or with a volume indicator. I know that volume indicator is a rough one for some of you, but this market's pretty much moving all the time and doesn't consolidate for nearly as long as some other markets do. So my point here, guys, is you really don't have to make a ton of adjustments. You know, if any of them are very minor, and in a lot of cases, especially with the crypto market, you can just plug and play the algorithm you already have. But start by trying it with and without the volume indicator first, just to see if that makes a difference. And remember, too, we have indicator profile videos coming out almost every week. Now, it didn't happen in the last couple weeks because my entire schedule got pushed forward. But that is certainly going to be a thing. And if you remember, what Dan at Stonehill Forex does is test these indicators with Euro USD, gold, and Bitcoin. And so we will continue to bring you very useful indicators that you can plug into your own system that may make your results even better. So it's nothing but blue skies ahead here, traders. Now let me go ahead and get into the recommended trading platform. A quick disclaimer, you know how this goes. I'm not responsible for this company. I don't work for this company. You guys are grown-ups. You understand the risk. Moving on. Now, I won't bury the lead for very long here. I just want to let you know that just like Forex, I was approached by most of the larger trading platforms out there, a couple really small ones I've never heard of, but I just wasn't ready to promote a crypto trading platform. You got to understand, it takes a long time to build a reputation and a very short amount of time to destroy it. If I was going to jump the gun and recommend something that I didn't really stand behind, and maybe I did it too early in crypto's cycle, and there were still companies out there folding and losing people's money, I really wanted to avoid that. And you guys know me, I am the king of leaving money on the table, but I do what I want. And I didn't want to recommend something that early in the game. I wanted to sit back and let things play out a bit. So I did. And one of the companies that I really did like came back a year later and sweetened the pot a little bit. And I'll show you what that is in a moment. But without further ado, my recommended crypto trading platform is ByBit out of Singapore. And I have lots of reasons why. Now, for other reasons I will disclose in a moment, I was not able to actually go in there and trade myself, which I really wanted to do. But thankfully, I have enough people in the No Nonsense Forex Discord forum that were willing to step up and test things out for me. And thankfully, there were no bad surprises. They pretty much confirmed what I already suspected and showed me a few things that I wasn't aware of at all. So big shout out to the 7 or 8 of you who helped me out on that. And know your efforts will not be in vain. They will help a lot of people. So let's go over the reasons why I chose ByBit over everybody else. So first of all, let's start with the fact that I don't like most of the brokers that are out there. It's not a great experience in my opinion, but ByBit is. So the one really great thing I love about ByBit that I think makes it unique to almost every other platform I've seen is it has the best aspects of being a centralized entity and the best aspects of decentralization as well. So I'll explain what I mean. I'm big on privacy. I love DeFi. I love things that are completely decentralized, but not all the way decentralized. You have to have some kind of order to things, so they just don't up and run away with your money. And I like the centralization of the fact that ByBit has a location in Singapore with real people, and you guys know how I am about customer service. I know how you guys are about customer service. Because of the centralization of ByBit, you get great customer service. You can't get that on a decentralized platform. Right now, you can't get it on a centralized platform. Try calling crypto.com. Let me know what happens. But with ByBit, it's not as fast as like Blueberry or IG would be, to where it's almost instant. But compared to other crypto platforms, it's very good. And there will always come a time where you need them for something. So things like that are really important to me. Now, on the decentralized end of things, you guys know what's going on right now with governments and all around the world coming after crypto, making things harder to do, regulating things. And even if you're in an area right now that has a pretty crypto-friendly government, just remember you're only one election away from all of that changing. There's a big war going on between the people who use fiat for their own personal gain to rule the world and the crypto people. And this is going to be going on for a while, so just expect that. But what's cool about this is there is no KYC with ByBit. You give them an email address, you deposit in crypto, and then you start trading. Doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be invasive. You're not forced to give away all your information. They don't care who you are. They leave you alone. And if you don't think that's worth something now, you will soon. Now, let me go ahead and give you some of the bad news now. As always, there's a list of countries that are, quote, not allowed to trade with particular platforms. And ByBit's no different. Most of the countries on there are countries that really aren't represented that well at all on this channel. So Sudan, North Korea, Syria, places like that. But there are a few who do represent really well, such as Singapore, Quebec, for some reason, not the rest of Canada, just Quebec, and the United States. Now, I would put very good money on the fact that a lot of Americans and Singaporeans and Quebecois trade on ByBit. It's quite easy to do, but I am not sitting here advocating it, if you know what I mean. As an influencer, it's not in my best interest to do something like that. So the option's out there. If you don't feel comfortable trading with it because you are in one of those countries, that is completely your call, and I respect that decision. But let's just say this is a really, really, really nice thing to have. Also, and a lot of my testers noted this, it's a very clean experience, which means a lot to me as somebody with ADD, as somebody who chose not to put ads on my blog or anywhere on my website for that reason, passing up on consistent money, doing the opposite of what every other website does. That's how much stuff like that means to me, especially, for Christ's sakes, if I'm trading my money and my money's on the line, the last thing I want is what I get from almost every other platform. Blinking ads, pop-ups, offers, nonsense. ByBit has a lot less of that. You do see, so quick quotes off to the side, you can kind of drag and pull those down and you won't see them anymore. But ByBit's made for pros. For the most part, it's just you and your charts. And I really respect that. It's very easy for me to get behind a company that does things that way. Now, the last one is the one thing that got me off of the fence and onto ByBit's side. So the person who contacted me about a year ago came back a year later and said, "Hey, VP, just so you know, we got MT4. You can trade 20 different pairs directly from MT4 now. So you just go in, sign up, pull up your algorithm, and trade. If you have an MT4 EA that you have coded, plug that sucker in too and start earning crypto." Super cool. I don't know any other broker out there who's doing this right now. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can trade straight from the ByBit platform. They do have a TradingView chart as their main chart. Now, when a third party does that, you can't use TradingView like you normally would. You can't put indicators on it or anything like that. So you would just do what you do in any other case and just chart in one area and then trade in another area. So if you're an MT5 guy or a TradingView person, you can just do it that way. But I thought it was really cool that you can actually go straight to MT4 and just trade directly from there. And don't worry, on the blog, I have a list of all the pairs that they have, and There's an updated place you can go to where if they ever add more, they'll just update the site on their end. But there's nobody else out there giving you a combination of these things that are all super important to me. But because I am an American citizen and an affiliate, I am definitely off limits. I'm one of the few people that no matter what cannot be trading on this platform. And that's unfortunate because when I finally pick one, I'm going to pick one I don't really like. Because that's pretty much right now, that's all that's out there for somebody like me. But the rest of you out there do have this option. Now, if you choose this option, I would really love it if you clicked my link. Again, you don't have to. There's people out there who just flat out don't like me and just bypass my link. You would not be the first person to do that. But, so you know, I have put it in the blog. There's always a blog that connects to videos like this, so you can have all the information you need. But I also put it in the description too. If you're already familiar with ByBit, or if you already have a ByBit account and just want to migrate over to mine, through my affiliate link and get my bonuses, you can just do that right in the description. I won't make you look over the whole blog. But for the rest of you, I really would like you to check that blog out, just so you know as much as you can about the platform you're choosing. It also does support the channel. Everything is free here, with the exception of my book, but you don't really need my book. But I want everything on this channel to be free forever, so I do appreciate you on that end. There is a sign-up bonus. Check the blog for that. I'm very careful what I say on these videos now, because if you remember the IGUS video, I talked about a sign-up bonus promotion that you can get there, but it ended like a month later, and people were asking me where it was. So it's just easier to make any kind of updates needed on the blog, but there will always be a sign-up bonus of some sort. It just might go up or down, or they may give it to you in a different crypto. All those things can change over time, and I will make sure I have the blog as up to date as humanly possible. But that's where you're going to find information on that. And this is something very cool that they're going to do for us. We're going to have our very own contests, trading contests, amongst each other. And we're even doing one this month. And so it's probably not going to be very big, which means you have a good chance to win it. Definitely check the blog for that. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use MT4 on the contest just yet because the MT4 component is pretty new on ByBit. And if you do remember, all the way back in the Forex Q&A podcast days, I made a podcast about how I don't enter contests because you have to trade like a lunatic to win the darn thing. Probably going to be the case with these as well. But you guys are all pretty grown up at this point. You know how to switch it on and switch it off if you want to trade a certain way for the contest and then go back to trading like a regular person in real life. These are meant to be fun and exciting. And I think it's really cool they did this for us. We're going to have them almost every month. ByBit hosts the World Series of Trading in June, which you can still be eligible for. So there won't be an in-house contest in June, but I think pretty much every other month they're really interested in doing this. And they have if you guys know ByBit, they always have a bunch of stuff going on for people who signed up through a link and even for people who haven't. But if you go through my link, you will always be locked in for whatever they have going on for us. And there's bound to be cool stuff coming down the pike. Contests, giveaways, all sorts of good stuff. And again, if you already have a ByBit account, you can just move it over here. If you didn't click a link before and you don't qualify for anything cool, you can it's so easy because there's no KYC. You just migrate it from one to another. Probably takes you a few minutes and you're done. Or if you sign up through somebody else's link and you want to double dip and participate in what we have going on too, I'm sure that's not hard to do either. You just set up a new account. So if you're already signed up through a different way, don't feel like you're shut out because you're not. Everybody can participate. So going forward, just a few things I want you guys to remember, and I'm asking you please on this. Trade with whoever you want. Just start trading crypto or start putting the pieces in place that will get you there. That's really the main theme of this. My recommended platform is not going to be for everybody, but my strong advice to get you trading crypto sooner than later is universal. Now, when it does come to my recommended platform, please consult the blog post for everything. They should answer most of your questions, and if you have any questions outstanding, now's a really good time to test out that customer service. But I am the wrong person to ask. Between the blog and customer service, you should not have any questions unanswered. And speaking of, please don't mention other platforms in the comment section either. Like, oh, what do you think about Binance? What do you think about this? Let me put it this way. ByBit is my number one. Everything else is tied for number two. There you go. I just don't have a really strong opinion on anything else at this point. There's little things here and there I like and dislike about every platform, and I haven't really chosen which way I'm going to go yet. If I was not an affiliate for ByBit, I would probably go there. But I'm left to fend for myself with super centralized, ad-ridden nonsense. But that's fine. I'll get by. But one thing I can tell you for sure, I'm not just going to trade in one spot. Bad idea. I don't do this with Forex. I don't do this with stocks. I spread myself out. Now you might be saying, well, VP, if you do that, don't you increase your chances of something bad happening? It's not the worst question in the world, because the answer is yes, you actually do. But it's not as bad as putting all your eggs in one basket and having that one basket fall apart and then you lose everything. So that's why I do things like this, and that's why I recommend you do things like this as well. We're going to breeze through this on the blog, just so you know. All the information on banned countries as they get updated, all the available pairs you can trade on MT4, all the contest info, bonus info, that's all going to be right there in the blog for you. So check in periodically for sure. And ByBit has so many, there's a whole library of instructional videos and things to read. They want to make sure you know exactly what you're doing, and I think that's great. A lot of platforms don't have what ByBit has in terms of a how-to. My affiliate link will also be in the blog, in the description as well, but you guys know where I put these things in the blog. I usually put them all the way down at the bottom in really, really big letters. Can't miss it. And I will update this as best as I can. So, in conclusion, just trade crypto, please. If you don't do it now, start. And for what it's worth, I think ByBit's a great primary or secondary out to use. Regardless of what you do, take your time, get familiar with the platform, trade very small lots at first, just get used to it, because the last thing you want to do is stumble over your own platform, for Christ's sakes. But enjoy. You know, this is supposed to be fun. We as traders get to make money and have a lot of fun doing it. So rare these days. And the more things you trade, the more money you get to make, the more fun you get to have. I'm having fun bringing this stuff to you, and we are not stopping. So many different indicator profile videos, trading videos, podcast episodes. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe and hit the bell. I'm not stopping. You're not stopping. Let's take down yet another market, expand our empires, and go get it.